It's a movie. A movie. Facts. 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 Okay, the food, the art, the code. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grid, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the back. Facts.
Yo, pull up to the YouTube, click on the link in the chat, pull up to the YouTube, click on the link in the chat. Peace to the family. The link is to be in the chat. It is for the Patreon. The Patreon is on YouTube and it's streaming through Patreon. If you want to get on, just click on that link. It'll take you straight to the YouTube. But this is for the Patreons and also for the brother, everybody. All right, man.
Acres on acres get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, facts. Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grid, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the back. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. It's a movie. It's a movie.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That right there is the Facts Anthem featuring Source Guard, featuring Survey, Blue Pillar, aka Pope Pablo, and yours truly, Red Pill. That right there is on the United We Stand soundtrack. All right. That is on YouTube. That's on all streaming platforms. I dropped a link in the chat. You could put that on your streaming. You could what they Shazam, you could Shazam it. You could do everything that you want to do to go and get you the Facts Anthem. Summertime is around the corner. You know, don't let that, you know what I mean? Like, go ahead and live with that song. The song is timeless. Rock out to it. Make it go viral. Do the TikTok dance to it. You know what I mean? Push what they call God hop and push high frequency music into the quote unquote algorithm more so than pushing the BS that we are succumbing to, that we got to live with every day. But enough of that. Peace to everybody in the building. Shout out to all of my Patreons. Shout out to all of the family over at the Masters of the Universe. This channel right here that we're on is a new platform that I'm building up. and it's called Know the Ledger. Okay, Know the Ledger is a YouTube channel. Livicated. We don't say dedicated. You know what I mean? We say livicated. It's a YouTube channel that's livicated to all things AI and all things tech. When I scroll through the YouTube universe, right, I don't necessarily see too many channels or pages livicated to the liberation of the minds of our melanated brothers and sisters from the angle of technology, right? One of the places that Dr. Francis Cress Welsing told me and told us that they are exhibiting their quote unquote de facto power, right? Their power structure, technology is definitely one of their strongholds. You feel me? Definitely one of their strongholds. So we are here to disrupt. We make no qualms about it. We don't make any we don't try to blend in, and we don't want anybody to be confused about what is it that we're doing in this space. We are specifically in this space to carry on what we were doing in any other space that we're in, and that's basically turning the lights on, waking the people up, bringing the power to where it's properly supposed to be, bringing the value back where it's been taken from, and being innovative and practicing ingenuity at the same damn time. I'm talking about being what Noble Drew Ali called illustrious and industrious. Let's write that down. Illustrious and industrious, right? Illustrious and industrious. That's how we moving. Okay, that's how we moving. That's the motto. You dig? Shout out to Noble Drew Ali and his prophecies. But there was something that he knew. Illustrious because of the fact that, many of us that have that aura and that glow and that light, it comes from within. It's a cultivated light. It's not something that you necessarily could get with tanning lotion. And industrious because we are becoming the leaders of industry, or rather, we are becoming the quote unquote um, pioneers and founders of multiple industry, right? He charged Noble Drew Ali, that is, he charged the Moors to be illustrious and industrious. He charged the Moors to get back to being industrious, to getting back to industry, to getting back to manufacturing, to getting back to making things, to getting back to inventing things, to getting back to patenting things. That's what he charged over 100 years ago his flock to do, right? So here we are, 2023, and we're doing what we were charged to do by not only him, but also by Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who came out with his acronym for his movement, and it was entitled STEAMS, right? And we did a conference in 2016 in Detroit. We did we made history with that conference in this community and thus around the world. Never once did so many illustrious teachers from the conscious community come together to talk about technology and things of that nature, right? The STEAMS conference was called Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math. Before there was a STEM, do your research, right? Go to ChatGPT and prompt it. You can ask it, or you could go to Google. Marcus Mosiah Garvey came out with STEAMs. Before there was a STEM, our ancestor was talking about STEAM: science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. That's what he said. And then we have another master teacher and an elder who basically has fashioned the minds of millions of young Black men and women and made them illustrious and industrious. And he goes by the name of Elijah Muhammad. And he too told his flock, right, to pick up the tools of technology and to move forward, right? He instructed them to become the inventors, not to work for the European. He said, become illustrious and industrious. What is industrious? Industrious is when you are what? A CEO, a controller of equity, and you have ownership. That is what industrious is, right? You can also be industrious and have the mind of a CEO, but not yet have that quote unquote factory. You may be working in someone else's factory, but in your mind and in your heart, you are a CEO. You're moving and you're communicating and you're role playing. Why don't you just cosplay a goddamn CEO? Why don't you take on the persona of a Fortune 500 billionaire CEO, even if you work in the mailroom? I promise you, you will begin to see how things open up for you miraculously versus if you work in the quote unquote mailroom and you act like and you carry yourself as if you belong there. It's two different realities that you'll see in front of you. It's two different realities that you will face and whatnot. It's two different realities that will open up to you just based off of your perception on how you see yourself. So it is important that you see yourself as illustrious and industrious against all odds and whatnot. Even if you're a little dusty and whatnot, you still got to see the illustriousness in you. You still have to see the light in you. You still have to see the divine spark in you. You still have to see your aura in you, right? It doesn't matter. I've seen diamonds and whatnot. They were mad cloudy and suddenly became very clear, VVS. I've seen gold that was tarnished and was not shining and whatnot. And then it got polished and it was quote unquote blinging, right? I've seen platinum, right? You know, white gold and whatnot. That was dull. It didn't have a glimmer to it, but then it got cleaned up, right? And then it got quote unquote refurbished, dusted off. And here it goes, shining like it's iced out, like it's a plate of ice, like it's a glass of water, right? That's the same thing that this information is doing to those who are applying it properly, right? They're being able to dust themselves off. You know what I'm saying? They're being able to polish themselves. They're being able to refurbish themselves. They're being able to knock the dust off and get the shine back. They're waking up something inside of them that the inner sun is beginning to shine through their skin and whatnot. They're getting that glow back, you know what I'm saying? Because they're what? Enthusiastic about every moment, not just for tomorrow, like Glorilla told you niggas. We ain't just here for tomorrow. We here for right now. So tonight's demonstration, shout out to my CBD providers. I got we got a pack. Me and Blue Pill have a pack of what's called Delta 8. We don't endorse marijuana outright. We don't endorse GMO marijuana. What we do endorse is medicinal CBD, and we do endorse Delta 8, right? That's where my endorsement goes. I'm into the wax, and I'm also into, you know, anything that you could quote unquote smoke that's going to be more healthier for you than detrimental. Okay. So shout out to all of my Delta 8, Delta 40. Well, our pack is called the Delta 44. And look out for that. That's coming real soon. But back to the conversation that we were having, that tonight's demonstration is for my stream chasers. Tonight's demonstration is for my masters of the universe. Tonight's demonstration is for the Netaverse and for my Patreons and for my KT aliens, right? And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be covering 77 income streams. And the special thing about those 77 income streams is that all of those income streams are attached to 77 AI tools. Okay. I'm looking at Friday. Okay. I'm looking at Friday. as the day that we'll be releasing 44 AIs in a mule and whatnot. We're looking at Friday. There's so much new stuff that has come out, especially a week ago or 7 days ago, that it kind of has me. I had to rewrite some things. You know what I'm saying? I had to revamp some of my presentation and reshoot it and whatnot. So this course is going to be available on the 31st. And this course is approximately, I would say, is 11 to 12 hours, maybe, and maybe more than that. You know, it's packed. When I say this is packed with information, when I say that this is packed with value, when I say that this is my finest works ever, okay, I'm giving you plays, I'm giving you formulas, I'm giving you steps, I'm showing you how to get to whatever it is that you're trying to get to, step by step by step, in a module, in a course, right? Broken down in modules. So that will be available. 40 AIs in a mule. This is not just going to be a course. This is also going to be an online school. This is going to be a community. It will have its own Discord. Okay. It will have its own university. It will be online. It will have its own newsletter. This right here is also going to have its own app. So we talking about something real big that we building. Legacy, right? In the form of a digital asset. Legacy, brands, right? The shit will carry on 20 to 30. When I'm not here, this thing will still remain, you know, valuable based off of the impact that it's going to make right now. Okay, 40AIsinthemule.com, KTL University, if you want to be enrolled in that right there, right? If you want to be enrolled in that course, go to ktluniversity.com and go ahead and sign up. All right. That is for the premier members. And we also have a 10-week boot camp where we're going to be doing 100 income streams in 10 weeks, 10 income streams a week. That will be in the summertime. Shout out to everybody that's already signing up for that. We are extending the boot camp from 8 to 80, from 8 years old to 80 years old. Because at 8 years old, I could show you how to get 10 income streams legally, easily. You know what I mean? And you could still go to school and live your life. If you're 80 years old, I could still show you how to get 10 income streams and not be stressed out on medicine and whatnot, and enjoy your life, live happily, and be of the 0.001% of your age group who are technologically advanced. I could get you 100 income streams at 8 or at 80. That's a 10-week boot camp. I just came from the Rice Center, which is the Russell Innovative the Russell Innovative Center for Entrepreneurs. It is in the melanated version of Castleberry Hill in Atlanta, a very well-to-do area near the colleges and whatnot. And I'm this close to signing my deal and getting a spot for the summer so we could do a 10-week program. And that means a lot too, because I got a lot of motion going on. So to stay in Atlanta for 10 weeks, I'm really dedicated to, slow my train down, slow my plane down to give the people this information. But what's going to come out of that is going to be worth every moment, because the history that will be made is the type of history that I signed up to make. You know, that's the history. Okay. So we here to make history. We are here to quote unquote do what needs to be done. We are here to do what hasn't been done. We are here to show people that it can be done. And we here to do that shit and make that shit look as good as possible while doing it. So we got 77 tools, man. Let's go through these tools. These tools, I will cover some of these tools in the 40 AIs in the Mule course. I'll be showing you how to finagle these tools and how to use these tools to your advantage. And yeah, it's here to be used. It's here for you. It is here for you. Believe me when I tell you, man. It is here for you. So let's start, because I don't know how long we're gonna be here, but I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get to every single one until we out of here. But let us begin. Tool number one, copy AI. Copy AI, right? Copy AI. So this is my promise, right? I'm here to assist you in any way possible, right? Like I said, there's other communities that are being assisted. There are other communities that are being helped. There are other communities that are they're holding their hands and they're investing in their quote unquote their geniuses, right? There are other communities where the quote unquote the youth in their community know if I come up with an idea, I could go to these elders in my community and they're going to cut a check. Or the elders in my community that have 800 credit and whatnot, they're just going to break me off. Or the elders in my community, they're going to buy equity in my idea and help me build it out as a company, because in my community there's lawyers, there's bankers, and there's everybody that you need on the clergy side for me to take any idea that I have, any idea, any vision, any goddamn dream that I have on any given night. And I could wake up and I could tell either my parents, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, my rabbi, my imam, my pastor, my coach, my idea, and they will say, how much do you need? And they will cut the check, right? People have that. People have classes. I just came from a class with the Atlanta Business Chamber. I'm going to put it on Patreon. I'm going to put a little a little behind the scenes footage on the Patreon, right? Um, and you'll see more in the future and whatnot. But I'm in there talking to big professionals in the Atlanta Business Chambers, the Black Business Chamber of Commerce in Atlanta, and they want to know about AI, and they want to know everything about the blockchain, and they want to know about Web3. They are salivating at the mouth to hear information and to see that it's being delivered by people that look like them. You should see the comfortability on their face, because they don't want somebody to come to dictate what the future is going to be and they don't look like them. That is an uncomfortable dictatorship. That's an uncomfortable dictation. You feel me? So here we have copy AI. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to qualify a use case for each one of these tools. I'm not going to get all into depth, because that's what a course is for. That's why a course is 12 hours, 13, 14, 15. It'll take you a few sittings to get through some of these courses, because it's compacted with information. In the YouTube, we'll give you information, but we're not able to go super deep in it because it's 70 some odd tools. But I'm going to qualify the use cases, right? So get a pen and a pad if you may, right? Because I don't have time to do all of the additions and whatnot. But if I have to go back and add it up, I will do that. But I got trust in the fam that's in the building and whatnot, that y'all will do it. Y'all gonna go ahead and add it up. Y'all gonna do the work. So what I want y'all to do is to add up all of the income streams that I'll be building on. Every time I come up with an idea, every time I share something, that's an income stream. That's an income stream. So let's go. So they asked me what I want to write. I put business plan, right? Business plan templates, how to write and examples. Write business plan now. All right, there's your first income stream. Okay. Do you know how much money people are paying people to write business plans? Do you know why you sitting in the crib raising them babies and whatnot? with nothing to, sending out wild resumes and whatnot, waiting for them to hit you back for that remote job so you don't have to abandon the seeds and shit? Do you know that you could be writing business plans because everybody's starting a business? Do you know that there's a boom in businesses in the Black community more than there's ever been since 2020, the rise in the quote unquote entrepreneurs? So, with the rise of the entrepreneurs or the rise of the financial literate generations and whatnot, they're not doing illegal business anymore. You know what I'm talking about? That's what that is. The Great Reset is that a large contingency of our people have resetted themselves and pivoted out of the gutter into a life of legalities, and they're treating it like they're gonna treat that shit like a grind, like the bando, of course. They treating credit cleanup like it's drugs. You know what I mean? They treating CMOS like it's work. You know what I mean? People apply the same formulas to different products and whatnot, but everybody need a business plan. You go on Fiverr and offer your services. You go on LinkedIn and you offer your services. You go on Upwork and you offer your services. You go on freelancer.com and you offer your services. I want to write a business. If you want, I write business plans. Or you go on Craigslist and people are seeking somebody who can write a business plan for them, right? Don't ever be underestimate on Instagram. If you pay for traffic, if you go to pay for online marketing and say, shit, business plans, Black women, you're gonna pop up on their page. They're gonna click on the link, and they will either hire you for your services, or as a liaison, you could just be the middleman, and you still get paid off of that. You just be the middleman. You connect them to somebody. But here goes how to write a business plan template. So not only is that a use case for getting to the bag, if you wanted to start your own business and make your own business plan, then this is getting to the bag as well, right? So you use that template to write your own thing. Okay, so simple business plan for a startup template, business plan for a food truck template. This is how to use their business plans. Bada bada bing, booda boom, right? 7 parts of a good one: executive summary, company description, market analysis, organization, marketing, goods and services, financial project. Do you know how long it took me to write a business plan, fam? I'm just being transparent. Do you know how stumped I was writing a business plan? And I was feeling intimidated because I didn't know where to get everything that I needed, all of the resources, market research and shit like that, target audience and stuff. You know? So just imagine what this is gonna do for your child in the future, right? Or for you for that matter in the future. Why do I need a business plan? A business plan keeps you on track towards reaching your goals. It can also help you acquire funding from investors when needed, and it will show off what makes your business stand out, right? Every single business that we started the other day with the Hustle GPT, they need a business plan, right? You can't move forward thinking that this is, it's going to turn from Hustle GPT into CEO GPT, because you're not going to be able to hustle your way into $1 million, or because a million is like 100,000 right now. You're not going to hustle your way into 100 million. You gotta ride that shit like a Lear jet. You know what I mean? You gotta ride that in smoothly with a plan. So you need a business plan. So all of those ideas that we gonna flesh out and turn into LLCs and companies and what, they all gotta have business plans. They all gotta have projections and whatnot. They all gotta have a board. You feel me? All of these things, grown man business, right? But it's when we gonna grow up. And for all of our professionals out there, and this is what y'all doing, y'all know about this, the time has come for you to contemplate your exit strategy. So these are use cases for social media. Boom. Are y'all writing these briefcases? Write up these briefcases, because I'm going to show you a real $1 million worth of game tonight. I'm not just going to keep talking. I'm going to show you. create social posts a minute, right? Boom. So that's another job on Fiverr. That's another income stream. You go to Fiverr and you offer your services because everybody needs someone to write social media posts. You go to an influencer. You go to somebody in your family that's lit. Your girl is lit. She got her OnlyFans, fam. You know what I'm saying? She needs promotion. Why don't you get to promoting, my nigga? You know what I'm talking about? Why don't you get on your promotion? Go make her social media lit. You know, she got her OnlyFans doing yoga. Y'all minds is all over the place. She got her OnlyFans doing yoga, doing card readings, doing henna tattoos in the nude or whatever it is. Let people live their life. Nigga, you in the fourth dimension right now. You let people, it's a multi-dimensional reality. We're in the quantum realms, bro. Anybody could be anything they want to be. There's no restrictions. Stop being police on people's progress. You niggas are trying to police caterpillars. You're trying to police a caterpillar, and it doesn't work like that. Allow people to grow their wings and experience whatever the hell they signed, whatever contract to come here and to do. So people are going to become robots because they signed a contract to be a part of that experience. They signed up for that movie, man. There's nothing that you could do to stop
What if
that.
you could write your entire month's worth of social media content within minutes? I'm going to show you how. We'll start with the Instagram posts. All you have to do is describe your post, choose a tone, and then go on and click create copy. And you'll get tons of amazing results specifically for your post. Let's say you want something longer form. What do? You head on over to the freestyle tool. You can type in anything. So let's say we want to do a LinkedIn post. You can just give it some additional information. So in this case, the topic will be AI enhances creativity. And then the takeaway will be try using copy.ai to help to experience this. And then we can choose a tone, or we can even type in our own tone. So creative and empowering. And then you can just click create copy. Within seconds, you're going to get tons of longer form results that are perfectly fitted for LinkedIn. What are you waiting for? Try it out yourself today. Ready to try?
So that's the use case for the social media. All right. For blogs, all of my bloggers. Consciousness don't have bloggers. I don't know what happened to them. You know what I mean? Everybody's always home, but nobody's blogging in consciousness. There's no well-known blogs that I know of in consciousness. And blogging, there's millionaire bloggers out there. There's people that are completely living their bestest soft life off of blogging. Real talk. There's so many stories that have been overlooked and missed. You niggas didn't blog it. Going back to the Harlem days, all of those videos that came out from Sarnetta TV could have had blogs attached to them with backlinks, pushing products, pushing services, you know, just linking a lot of different brands and whatnot together to really tap into a lucrative market, which is the conscious industry. I'd be damned if I'm gonna buy my underwear from somebody else that don't look like me at this point in the game. I'd be damned if I'm buying sneakers all of the time from Nike and whatnot, and it's all of these goddamn melanated lit ass sneakers with all of the symbols and whatnot that I've been up late at night learning about. I'd be damned if I wear some drip You know what I'm saying? From some damn foreigners, some chichi man and whatnot, who don't have no ties to my community whatsoever. I never seen them in their lecture. And I'm gonna be putting their name on my chest, and I know that I'm a walking billboard. I understand what my body is built like. Hell to the nah. I'm gonna go rep athletics. I'm gonna go rep my dude Jefferson. I'm gonna go rock some Raw Omar. I'm gonna throw some Kings County threads on. That's what I'm finna do. And I know that my videos that I do on the internet is gonna be seen forever. So I'm gonna be putting on that drip, because if I put something on, then it got put on. How about that? If I put something on, then consider that shit put on, because it ain't gonna get put off after that. I know my body. You know what I'm talking about? You know, the man make the clothes and the clothes don't make the man. So we need fashion blogs. There's music that's dropping from Cambada, Cyrock, Twin Pillars, AA Rashid. I could go on for days. There's no blogs dedicated to that. Where's the love? Consciousness is mainstream. But we did it with no blogs. We did it with no blogs. We exist in the mind. We got real estate in the minds of our whole culture at this point. You know what I mean? Everybody that's black knows something about consciousness. But niggas don't got no blogs. And that's millions on the table that's lost. Millions.
What if you could write an entire blog in under 5 minutes? I'm going to show you how. Head on over to the blog post wizard. Enter your blog title and then some keywords. Next, we will help you generate an outline. Here's the outline. You'll see that we'll add a blog intro later, as well as a blog conclusion later. However, here are the H2s of your blog post. You can always add an extra section or delete a section if you're not satisfied. You can also edit any of the existing sections as well. When you're satisfied, you can go on to generate the talking points. For this step, for each H2, we try to give you specific talking points to write about. Make sure that it fits your blog post. When you're satisfied with that, we can try to write the first draft of your content. And there you go. You'll see we added an intro, and then for each H2, we created a bunch of content for that section. You can edit it and make sure, or regenerate it, or even write more. When you're satisfied, all you have to do is click Create Blog Post. And we're done. Ready to try yourself? Sign up for a free account today.
Like I said, I'm gonna give you the sample for free. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna let you try it for free. Bet on yourself. This is where the conversation starts to say either treat yourself or cheat yourself. This is all about you. None of these tools, I'm not tied to this shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't build these tools. But this boils down to if somebody is willing to put 10 bands on themselves so they could turn into 100 band type of person. They could go into the millies and they could climb their way up to the billies. If that's what it's about. Because they ain't, you know, shit. Some people just want to live and just be free. They just want manumission. They just want to live a comfortable life. It ain't even about all that. Some people just want to be digital nomads and just not punch no clock, call nobody a boss, don't have to play like Gunna. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You know what I mean? They don't have to cosplay. They don't got a code switch. You know, people just want to see, you know what I mean? The soft, they just want to live a soft life. And respectfully, everybody deserves that. So AI, in my humble opinion, is the most close, it's the most viable solution for anyone who aspires to live what they call the soft life, right? Or for anyone who has been worked like a goddamn beast of burden, right? Who's been quote unquote used and abused. And your body is just like, you know what? Tired. You know what I'm talking about? Like, nigga, how long we gonna put up with this shit? You know what I'm talking about? How long we gonna put up with this shit? We know that this is not real. Y'all be on I'm your eyeballs. I'm there when you watching YouTube. You've been watching this shit for 10 years, bro. They've been telling you to pop out. You know what I'm saying? They've been showing you what it looked like to live off the grid, off the program, right? Unplugged. I'm in Zion, bro. Nigga, I ain't in the Matrix. When you see me pop up, I'm like homie coming out of Zion. I'm like, I'm popping up on your phone like Neo. When you don't have to be underneath the boot of you know who, when you don't have to worry and be on eggshells and whatnot, because these people is telling you you gotta be somewhere at 8:05. Let me turn my camera on. When they trying to tell you what time you can eat and where you could put your body, your body is like, fam, I'm tired of being fake at the water cooler. Code switching is taking its toll. Your persona is like, nigga, you know, you got more personas than Chat GPT because you everybody to everybody. You know what I mean? It's telling you to square, you know, cut it out. Man up. You know what I'm talking about? God up. You know, step into your godhood. Step into your goddesshood 24/7. You know what I mean? Don't turn it off. It shouldn't be an outfit. It shouldn't be a look and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? It should be in you and not on you at that part. But for shit like that to take place and for you to live to the point where you're not a burden on people, for you to live to the point where people want to actually look up and be like you and they asking, who is that man or who is that woman? And you not basically looking hungry and whatnot. And you not basically looking like, you know, you're not a burden. You're not a liability. You're an asset. Y'all walking around with liability asset shirts and niggas is still acting liable for things. You still a liability. When people see your number come up, they don't want to answer because they already know that that shit is like cancer. You know what I mean? Shout out to JoJo Dancer. Nah, but for real, they don't want to answer the phone because they know you're not calling with the bag. They know you're not calling with some good news. They know you're not hitting them up. You know what I'm saying? To hit them with a link to get to some fetty. Nah, you're not doing that. So people is dodging you because your energy is off, because your mind's not right. So we here to show you that you could throw every single excuse at me about all of the shit that you want to manifest. You know, the asteroid is on its way, and Nibiru is pulling up, and you know, the Antichrist had made a deal with Putin. All that shit that you love talking about. All I'm saying is prompted on Chat GPT on Midjourney. Weird ass nigga. You know what I mean? Go make. I've been telling everybody in this community, and no disrespect, you know. Let me tone it down. This is Ramadan. Let me tone it down. Let me take that back. You know, nobody's weird. You know what I'm saying? Because people take shit personal, and I'm not even talking to them. But nobody's weird. Nobody's weird. You know. I'm keeping it, I'm putting parameters on the conversation. I'm putting parameters on it. But all I'm saying is this, and I'm saying what I've been saying, and I will continue to say it until I feel like enough people have heard, and then I'll start saying something else. That this time that we're in, that they are, right? Because everybody is always worrying about what they are saying. And don't tell me that you're not. Because if they were saying that, you were gonna get your money back, right? What do they call that? Your reparations and what? If they said your reparations was coming, you would be telling me about what they said. If they said that they're about to send you niggas another check and whatnot from the government free of charge, you would be like what they said. Well, they said that we are in another iPhone moment right now. They said this is the iPhone moment for AI, right? And what is the iPhone moment? The iPhone moment was the moment when Stephen Jobs introduced the world to both the iPhone and the quote unquote iPhone App Store, right? You got to remember, it wasn't the iPhone that changed the game. The iPhone came into a market that had stiff competition from Nokia, right? They had stiff competition from uh, BlackBerry. They had stiff competition from Motorola and a few others were big dogs. Siemens, they were big dogs in that space, right? Stephen Jobs came with the iPhone and he came with the App Store. He brought a platform with him, changed the game, right? He built a platform and the platform built a community and the community built more community. And then the community became a paying community by way of SaaS, software as a service and whatnot, and subscription services. So you have billions of iPhone users who utilize the App Store for downloads of billions of different apps and whatnot. Then you have third party developers that have come in and they throw in and they're part of the quote unquote ecosystem, right? And then you have other people on the platform. So this platform that this man built, right? This is a business model that many people have followed throughout their quote unquote throughout businesses. This is a business plan. This is a business model that certain businesses pick up, right? And this is a business model that we are also, beginning to pivot into as we move forward and build our empire, our digital empire in front of the people in real time, in real time, because there's no better time than right now. Don't talk to me about yesterday. And like Glorilla said, we could talk about tomorrow when it gets here. But there's no better time than the right now. So right now we are in the iPhone moment. They came out with the quote unquote iPhone, came out with the App Store. ChatGPT came out with the plugins, right? Which is equivalent to an app store. They have an app store. They launched a platform. You're in the iPhone moment. And during the iPhone moment in 2008, if average me and you knew that we could invest thousands of dollars, right, into this quote unquote platform to build apps back then, we would be multimillionaires, maybe billionaires at this point. And if we also knew that at the iPhone moment back in those days when Stephen Jobs was introducing this technology to the world and he made it open-ended to developers, if we knew that we could go ahead and learn this and become app developers back then, or Apple developers, or app coders, app developers, and all of these things, then many of us would have been in a way better position and we would have had about 1,000 stocks from Apple right now. That's the power of this moment that you're in, that you might let pass because, I don't know, I don't know. You let things pass you by. You know what I mean? You just might be that person. You know what I mean? But for the ones whose head is on swivel, who don't let none of you not letting nothing pass you by, right? Pay attention. And I'm gonna show you. Keep tapping in. I'm gonna keep showing you, and you're gonna see more and more. All right. So that's copy AI, right? Who's keeping count of the briefcases? Just put a count of the briefcases in the chat room that you've counted up just off of that app right there. That one is copy AI. Let me do this too. Every one that I do, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat because this is about, sharing, right? Sharing is caring, and it's each one teach one. So I want you to basically, I don't want to whet your appetite and leave you thirsty and whatnot. I want you to go see what it is that you need to see. You grown. So if you see something that you need, you go and get it. Like, I don't have to tell you anything about that. That's a given. Right. So there you go. I dropped it right there. Copy AI. Okay. Let's go to another one. Right. Now, this coming up right here, this might be the best site. This might be the best tool that I've encountered in this AI revolution, just in terms of what it's been able to do for me. This is Notion. And I've been telling people that for the 44 AIs in the mule, one of the keys is that you get access to the Notion workspace. Also, my Citrine membership in Patreon. Shout out to all of my Citrine members. That's the top tier. They also get access to my Notion workspace, which has over thousands and thousands of, it's loaded up with information. It's bro, it's like the Saks Fifth Ave of information right now. I got all things AI. I mean, it's lit. We might even take a brief little peek at it later on. But Notion is the future. Remember, you heard me say it first. Notion is the future. If you have a business, if you want to create a workspace, if you're trying to put all of your notes together in one, These people done created some things. Hold on.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's do this. One down, two to go. Gaining momentum here. Let's try confident. Much better. And that's a wrap.
I would suggest that you go on places like YouTube and just watch videos about how to use Notion. You feel me? Once you learn how to use it, it's a slam dunk from that point on. It's not hard at all. It is one of the easiest. Drag and drop. It's very, very, very user friendly, and this is very, very good for productivity. This is one of the apps that will take your productivity to heights, and this will cut a lot of brain fog and all over the placeness and lost. It will organize thoughts. It is the truth. Believe me when I tell you, bro. So let's go to use cases. All right, real quick. Here are their products. They got wikis, right? You could centralize your knowledge, right? So this is what I'm talking about. we have conscious people who have all of this information, and they're like, yo, what if the servers, what if the internet crashes one day and all of the information is gone? And I'm like, well, you won't have nothing to worry about because you didn't even put no information on the internet, fam. You got updates and you've shared other people's videos, but you're not feeding the algorithm. You don't have stuff on the internet that you got to worry about if the shit crash. You don't have no horse in that race. But there's people who do. They got whole catalogs. So for the people that got whole catalogs, even for the people you spent your whole life on the internet, my nigga, you don't have a Wikipedia of your knowledge base, of your knowledge base. You didn't organize your information. So here we have this wiki thing, right? The new default for knowledge and documentation, powering startups and Fortune 500 companies around the world. Rated the best on G2, Notion consistently ranks as the G2 industry leader based on hundreds of customer reviews, but don't take our word for it. Check out G2's reviews for more info, right? So you didn't, at least I'm not the only one that's saying some shit like that. At least G2 is saying it too. You know what I'm saying? Find, edit, browse. We craft an experience that you'll love. Every team's files at a glance. Notion sidebar keeps your workspace organized no matter how fast you grow. Search that actually works. Powerful filters let anyone find data and decisions across teams in seconds. So this is for people that's doing legal work. Hopefully it's legal. And you got teams, right? Or you doing something by yourself, right? Or you're building something. You could build something now in the clouds and you don't have to live next to the person that you're working with, right? This integrates with all kind of different apps, GitHub, Slack, right? It has an AI to it. You feel me? This is serious. I got Notion. Like I said, my Notion is the fucking bomb, bro. Pardon my French. My Notion is lit. My Notion is litty. So Here's the integrations, matter of fact. These are the solutions, small business. All right, we got small business. All right, boom. Where teams work better together. Your projects, wikis, and docs all side by side for small teams to large organizations, right? So here are all your projects in one space. Boom, 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 boom. Notion helps us keep track of the 30 plus projects we have going at once. We can click into any of them to get the full lay of the land right away, right? So these are the different projects. So this is how we come together on 40 AI and the Mule. We got the different projects inside of our Notion folders. And inside of those folders have all of the information that you need when you go into the folders and whatnot. So we're not all over the place with our projects. Everything is in one, there is organized. So you can't have an organization if you don't have any organization. So these AI apps and this technology that's being given to the average layman, it is giving you the power to do what big businesses in corporate America had the power to do because they have the budget to pay for the software and the technology. But now the software and the technology is available both for free and for the low. Okay. So we're talking about being able to complete books now, being able to complete documentaries, being able to complete movies, being able to complete clothing lines and collections and graphic novels and animations and video games across the world with creatives and whatnot, no matter where they are, as long as they got Wi-Fi and a connection, y'all could be a part of projects together in your Notion workspace, right? Your digital office. Say goodbye to messy folders and different versions of the same doc. Keep everything in one central space so everyone has what they need to do their best work, right? So this is team spaces, okay? So on our Notion, our team spaces is broken up into different brands and whatnot. There's a team space for Netflix. There's a team space for Facts 24. There's a team space for Kings County Clothier. There's a team space for Know the Ledger Media. You feel me? Different team spaces for different teams. So people don't even have to run into each other. Everybody has their position. And once you have your position, you could play your part. And when you play in your part, then you're sticking to the code. That's how you obey the code. The same way that the algorithm has to play its part. The same way that the computer code and the programming has to play its part. The same way that the gears inside of your Tesla or your car's engine have to play their part for the machine to work, right? Everything has to be working in its optimal, quote unquote, design, unless it will break down. That's the same thing that goes for our people. We the only ones that's really working off code. The AI is on code because it is following the code. The code is called coding, Python, it's CSS. It's coding and it's following that script. So it's on code and it's sticking to the script. What's your excuse? Here's the marketing wiki, right? Everything is broken down, right? You start with a free plan. Once again, they're giving you the opportunity with the free to do what? This is called freemiums, right? This is a freemium. We're going to let you test it, and then we're going to see if you have what it takes to bet on yourself, right? Are you going to bet on yourself? Because really, that's all it boils down to. Let's just keep it a buck. It's either you're going to bet on yourself or you're not. We could come up with all kind of excuses, but excuses are like Band-Aids. Either you're going to bet on yourself or you're not. Let me look at you, nigga. That's all it boils down to when it's negotiation time. You're going to bet on yourself or not. Because a person like me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this in no type of braggadocio way, but look, I gotta identify who I am, and in the day and age of everybody's identifying with something. The type of person I am, if you bring me in around opportunity, I'm betting on myself. I'm gonna create a budget. Even if I don't have it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna manifest it, bro. I'm gonna talk to my guy right here. Heru, it is I, Brother Red Pill. I summon you, right? I'm gonna talk to my guy right here, and I'm gonna cast spells. I'm gonna speak right into that goddamn dream catcher, and I'm going to manifest the budget. Yo, I need 10 bands right now because I'm spending it on all of these tools and whatnot. I'm finna run up 10 million. You know what I'm saying? And I got an app that's gonna do the business plan. I got a tool that's gonna do the business plan so I could really chart it out. But I'm going brazy right now. Game over. You know what I'm talking about? Call the coroner, come and pick him up, zip him up, right? I'm going crazy. I'm betting on myself. That's all it boils down to. Or somebody's gonna throw mad pearls at me, hit me with a lot of gifts, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? Uh, that Alexa is gonna kill us. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Alexa's gonna kill us. I'm tapping out. I'm not gonna do anything. Just gonna wait for Alexa to kill us because that's what they said is gonna happen. Right? Right? Right, guys? Isn't Alexa gonna kill us? You know? Some people rather just take that route, and it is what it is. Like I'm 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 publicly separating myself from those who, you know, who don't have what it's going to take to make it to this next level, right? So this is Chat GPT, and this is an add-on that I have just to show you how um quote unquote customizable it is. Let's do this. Let's turn it to Chat GPT 4. Boom, the big dog. Bang. And let's go to the chat, and y'all ask me a question. Let's go prompt master flex. Y'all, matter of fact, yeah, I'll let somebody in the audience throw something out there, and I'll prompt it, and we'll see the magic of the one and only Chat GPT that y'all been hearing so much about. She's right here. You know what I mean? Say hi. Don't all talk at once. I know that there's a delay, so maybe we just gotta wait. How to create? Okay, there you go. God want to say how to create. Well, all right. So first, it gives me all of the information in the research, right? So I have a add-on. I have a Chrome extension attached to my Chat GPT, so it gives me a lot of the research of where it's coming from, right? So let me do it as technical. The tone is. Are you sure you want a terahertz, fam? Because you see what it's writing. Terahertz. I'm going to prompt it again and ask it a different way. It says, as an AI language model, I'm unable to create or directly interact with physical phenomena, but I can provide you with some information on terahertz waves and their generation. First, it is important to clarify that sound waves and terahertz waves are different types of waves. Sound waves are mechanical waves that propagate through a medium like air or water, while terahertz waves are part of the electromagnetic spectrum, which also includes radio waves, microwaves, and infrared light. Terahertz waves have frequencies between zero point 0.1 and 10 terahertz, corresponding to wavelengths between 30 and 3,000 micrometers. If you're interested in generating terahertz waves, there are a few techniques that can be employed. Common methods include photoconductive antennas, optical rectification, and quantum cascade lasers. I'm gonna write more. Are you pleased with that answer though, good brother? You dig? Maybe you want to ask it another way. Maybe you want to approach it differently. You said, what's the link for ChatGPT-4? I'm on OpenAI.com and I'm a paid member. I've been a paid member for months, so I have access to ChatGPT-4. It's only for paid members. You got to bet on yourself. So I put the prompt in differently to show you and the audience how this thing works, right? Different prompts will give you different results, of course. So it said that it's just giving me the information on terahertz right now. I don't know if it's going to give me the research that I was looking for, but it is saying that terahertz waves are part of the electromagnetic spectrum. They have frequencies. This is information that they just told us a minute ago. Yeah. So nothing too new with that. But a person who was really looking for some answers, you would probably ask ChatGPT 5 or 6 prompts in this field, in this form of a question. you would probably prompt it 4 or 5 times for something, and you basically could, prompt it the right way and you'll get your right answer. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if they take PayPal or whatever. I'm not sure about that. You know, I don't know if they rock with the owners of PayPal like that. They be having their little beefs and shit. But yeah, that's ChatGPT, and we already know there's 1,000 use cases for ChatGPT. There are endless examples that I could give you. I'm not even gonna start with that. There are endless examples of what ChatGPT can do to get people income streams. So let's just say that that's 1,000 right there. Let's just say ChatGPT is 1,000. You know what I mean? Give it, and that's really a low ball. I'm being fair. So this next tool is Tascade, right? Introducing Tascade AI. So they just rolled out the AI version, right? Write faster and smarter, access the limitless power of AI, generate task lists, mind maps, and structured notes right inside Tascade. Now, once again, build a second brain for your teams. Once again, AI writer, right? You could do this as well for anybody that that needs help putting their team together. Ladies, especially the ones that are ready to leave corporate America, and you have all of this knowledge right here because you've been doing all of this with more inferior technology, right? But you've been running departments, you've been keeping up with the calendars, you've been behind the marketing plans, you've been putting the pitch decks together, you were the copywriter, right? You were sending out the emails and whatnot. You were doing the blast, the whole department blast, and what that was you running shit, and you were the computer. You was the app. Now they got these things right here that at your job you might not know about this because they might not catch on to this until 2 years from now because the corporation is not going to be able to pivot. You know what I mean? And all they're going to do is your job is in jeopardy right now. ChatGPT just put out a report that said 80% of jobs is about to get taken. Hold on. Let me go here so we could get this information to y'all. Before we even begin, you might not have heard this one right here. You know what I mean? You might not have heard this one, but shit. You gonna hear about it tonight, baby. I'm gonna put you on tonight. I'm gonna let you know what's going on in this world and why this is almost mandatory at this point. Like, I ain't no dictator and whatnot, but this shit should be mandatory that the children, if it ain't, you might be hard, you might be, a little bullheaded and shit. You might be stuck in your ways. You feel me? You might have a legit fear of AI, but you were saying, hey Google, play me Know the Ledge Radio with Red Pill. Hey Google, turn on the lights. Hey Alexa, put on some soothing music. You know what I like. Right? Hey Alexa, dim the lights. I'm about to get personal. You know what I mean? Take me to Pornhub. Hey Alexa, what's today's date? Shit, I don't even know what the date is. Right? You was talking to AI. That's AI. That's a chat bot. That's AI. You didn't have a problem with it then. People got the AI vacuum cleaner. They know every single nook and cranny in your house. You had the AI doing menial work, cleaning toilet bowls and whatnot. Niggas had AI doing Mexican jobs. No offense. But now AI is evil and it's coming to get you because there's a windfall of opportunity that came with it. But now you standing up like AI is a roach and you scared of it. Like AI is a mouse and you an elephant, right? You running away like, oh my goodness, they have apps. There's too many of them. They're coming to get us. Like we got to snap out of this spell that this community, be suffering from. You know what I mean? Everything can't be a conspiracy. Open AI research says 80% of US worker jobs will be impacted by GPT. Hey, oh well, shit happens, you know what I'm saying? Shit happens. Let's listen to the article.
Did you know Nissan EVs have traveled 8 billion miles? Just a quick trip to Pluto and back.
OpenAI research says 80% of U.S. workers' jobs will be impacted by GPT. As large language models like OpenAI's GPT-4 become more advanced and able to write, code, and do math with more accuracy and consistency, it won't be long before AI makes its way into the workplace as a daily use tool. In fact, OpenAI itself is betting that a vast majority of workers will have at least part of their jobs automated by GPT models. In a paper posted to the AR14 preprint server, researchers from OpenAI and the University of Pennsylvania argued that 80% of the U.S. workforce could have at least 10% of their tasks affected by the introduction of GPTs, the series of popular large language models made by OpenAI. They also found that around 19% of workers will see at least 50% of their tasks impacted. GPT exposure is greater for higher income jobs, they wrote in the study, but spans across almost all industries. They argue that GPT models are general-purpose technologies like the steam engine or the printing press. The researchers used the O*NET database, which is the primary occupation database in the U.S. and lists 1,016 occupations with standardized descriptions, to determine the tasks to measure for each occupation. They then collected both human and GPT-4 generated annotations using a rubric to determine if access to GPT directly or a secondary GPT-powered system would reduce the time required for a human to perform a specific task by at least 50%. Higher exposure meant that GPT would reduce the time required to complete the task by at least half while maintaining high-quality work. Our findings indicate that the importance of science and critical thinking skills are strongly negatively associated with exposure, suggesting that occupations requiring these skills are less likely to be impacted by current language models, the researchers wrote. Conversely, programming and writing skills show a strong positive association with exposure, implying that occupations involving these skills are more susceptible to being influenced by language models. The occupations with the highest exposure include mathematicians, tax preparers, writers, web designers, accountants, journalists, and legal secretaries. The occupations with the highest variance, or less likely to be impacted by GPT, include graphic designers, search marketing strategies, and financial managers. The researchers also list GPT's overall anticipated impact on different industries, with the greatest impact being on data processing services, information services, publishing industries, and insurance carriers, while the least impact is on food manufacturing, wood product manufacturing, and support activities for agriculture and forestry. The researchers acknowledge that their study has limitations, due to the fact that the human annotators were familiar with the model's capabilities and did not belong to some of the occupations measured. Another limitation included that GPT-4 is sensitive to the prompt's wording and composition, as well as can sometimes make up information, so its outputs are not necessarily the definitive truth. Of course, it should be noted that OpenAI itself produced the work, and as a for-profit company developing AI models, it has a high incentive to portray its tools as disrupting industries and automating tasks, which in the end benefits employers. Still, the report reveals how GPT models will soon be a commonly used tool. Google and Microsoft have already announced that they would be incorporating AI in their Office products such as email, documents, and in their search engines. Already, startups are using GPT-4 and its coding abilities to reduce how much they spend on human developers. Our analysis indicates that the impacts of LLMs like GPT-4 are likely to be pervasive, the researchers write. While LLMs have consistently improved in capabilities over time, their growing economic effect is expected to persist and increase even if we halt the development of new capabilities today. OpenAI did not immediately respond to a request for comment.
You will fail. So what? Everybody does.
And that's how they ended. Okay, so I don't know how to say it in any other way, right? I don't think I have anything else left to say in terms of what's going on right now. You know, they said everything that needs to be said, you know. Did y'all hear what this lady was just saying? Please talk back to me. Let me get some response. And by a show of hands, as a result of what you're hearing them say, would y'all be willing to sign up to do y'all want to learn more about this AI? Do you want to be educated more? Do you want to, receive more data, more information, more, knowledge about this sector that obviously isn't going anywhere and will permeate every single corner of life before the end of this year? You know, yeah, I'm mad quiet, but it's okay. We're going to Bing. All right. We're going to Bing. Bing is Microsoft's answer to Google, of course. I know y'all probably heard of Bing, and not too many people was rocking with it. However, Bing right now is incorporated with with ChatGPT-4. You know, it's supposed to be smart. I don't really rock with it. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of Bing, but it is what it is. I'm not even showing it. Oh, my bad. My bad. Let me show Bing. How many of y'all use Bing? The only Bing I know is is on Rikers Island. The only Bing I stay away from Bing because niggas like me who been to the Bing. I've been to the Bing. I almost went crazy in the Bing. I ain't gonna be playing. I'm not searching for nothing in the Bing. You know what I mean? The Bing is segregation. That's the shoe. That's the box, my genius. I ain't going to the Bing. So this is the Bing. This is Bing. This is their answer to Google and whatnot. I don't think Google got too much to worry about because they don't have the same appeal as Google. Even though Google is getting washed up in the AI war and whatnot. So real quick, let me show you the back of OpenAI. Let me show you some of the back pages on OpenAI because you hear so much about ChatGPT this, ChatGPT that, and then people don't understand the scope of the company, right? People probably don't understand the scope of the company. So the company is OpenAI, right? And they basically do a lot more than just Chat GPT, right? They do a lot, yo. They do a lot over at OpenAI. And they got a lot of money. They just got, what is it, 100 billion from Microsoft, right? They have APIs for everybody that's out there that wants to get into the business side of things. They have they have APIs over here and whatnot. You know, I would highly suggest that you go over there and study the page, you know, especially for my researchers. If you want to learn more about what this tool is, it will fare better to go over to the parent page and go and do some snooping, you know what I mean? Go and do some research and whatnot. Go and do a little bit of reading. Put the youngins on this, you know, find out what this company is about and what they do and whatnot. And they also have an app on there called Playground, or rather a tool called Playground, especially for the people who, you know, want to get on Chat GPT and it's like you on a free program. So it's always backed up because there's 100 million people on the server. You could come over the API and go to Playground and basically run the model. You know what I mean? Text Da Vinci, that's basically Chat GP3, right? So you could use Playground to run your prompts and whatnot. Let me go to my prompt book. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Where's the prompt? Let me pull the prompt Bible up. Give me 1 minute. Let me pull the prompt intent. Prompt Master Flex. All right, boom. Hit him with the super prompt. All right. As a professional market researcher, I will tell you a market and you will conduct a full and complex analysis of that market. For the analysis, you will follow the next structure. Identify the target market, determine the target market for the product or service you're analyzing. This involves identifying the demographic characteristics of the people who are likely to be interested in the product, including age, gender, income, education, etc. You may also want to look at psychographic factors such as personality traits, attitudes, and values, market size and growth rate, market trends, competitive landscape, competitive needs, market barriers, market pricings. Let's prompt this, submit that. So, as you can see, it's giving me the video game console market and breaking it down from this super prompt that I gave it. I'm gonna say, give me more. So That's Playground. All right. Yeah, let me drop the Playground link in there. Playground link. Jefferson, what up? All right, let's go to another one. We're gonna go to Meat Geek. So check out this one right here. Introducing Meat Geek. Maximize the value of your team meetings. Automatically, instead of automatically, automagically video record, transcribe, summarize, and share key insights from every meeting, right?
To record, transcribe, take notes, and share key highlights of your online calls. Now it's easy to distribute customer feedback, requirements, or important updates with your team. They can easily stay in the loop and share knowledge while having fewer calls. Automatic note-taking keeps you focused on the conversation, while it writes down all the important details for you. Once you connect your account, MeetGeek will automatically join, record, and transcribe your calls. You can review AI suggestions or create your own tasks and highlights using voice commands or by clipping parts of the transcript. Share them easily with teammates using links, or push them to your favorite tools like Slack, Trello, or Notion. All your calls are securely stored in one place, including those you missed or shared by others, allowing you to go back in time to find the information you need. Teams use MeetGeek to maximize the value of their customer calls and team meetings. Repurpose meeting content for training and onboarding teammates and improve their hiring decisions. Reshape the way you and your team meet. Try out MeetGeek for free now.
Meat Geek. Pause. Yeah, man. That's kind of lit. So think about it. You could offer your services to businesses. You might have a family business, or you may have a business that you want to, play a part in. Well, that part that you could play in is that you can help them with their meetings, with recording them, and you could offer that service on Upwork and all gig platforms. You can offer that service. People are definitely looking for somebody to do that for them. You dig? So yeah, that's Meat Geek. I'm gonna drop that link in the chat. Let's go to this next one. Hold on. All right. So this right here is called ReleaseNotes.ai. ReleaseNote.ai. This looks very interesting. Let's go and read up on what this is about. Keep your customers and company up to date with the amazing value you shipped. Just add few details and let AI generate your first draft. What's that mean? Share details about your new release. Oh, yes, Red Summer 23, right? Features shipped, new feature. Enter feature one-liner. It's a cold summer. Choose your style. Yoda, Shakespeare, Sherlock, or Eminem. Yo, who should I be, y'all? Tell me the style to pick. Should I be Yoda, Shakespeare, Sherlock, or Eminem? Eminem. Let me know. I know y'all some Eminem fans out there. I ain't judging you. What we doing? Somebody say Yoda. That's the first one. How did I know you were gonna say that? Bong. So we got Yoda. Okay. Where we at? Improvement. Feature. New feature is a cold summer. Almost. My phone just died on me. Hold on, give me 1 minute. If I had one wish. In a few minutes, I'm going to have what is known as a bathroom break. Let y'all go get some water or something. You did. Let y'all go get you some water. All right, hold on. Yoda, 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 Yoda. Say it with me. Yoda, Yoda. Where the hell is the link? Yoda, Yoda. Let me find this. Cold summer it is. New feature bring us to keep warm and cold. Oh shit. Hold on, y'all see this? This nigga spitting the Yoda flow. And I'm gonna run it through the voice, so it can sound just like Yoda. And I'm gonna have it on I'm gonna have his whole voice, his vert with the lips moving and everything. Wait and see. I'm gonna turn this shit into sound. Rest Summer 23. To the world, a new feature comes for this cold summer to warm up the fun. A new feature for all, an exciting surprise. Let your worries melt away with these new eyes. Oh, you got bars. New feature, cold summer it is. New feature bring us to keep warm and cozy with much excitement. The new feature will be available. Blankets are warm to soothe us all, soft and comfortable, like a hug from a friend. Keep out the chill with this new feature. It's a cold summer, no more. New feature deployed. Summer cold it is. Great progress made. Success awaits. Prepare for the colder days ahead and enjoy the summer while it lasts. May the force be with you. Blah! Come on, son. What are you talking about? He got bombed. Yo, he got bombed. Yo, wait till you see what I do with that. That's random. Like, to be honest, that's crazy. And this is the first time I use that app. I'm about to go crazy with that. But yeah, let's get to the next one. We might have to do two parts. I'm keeping it a buck with you because we on app 8 right now. Like we gonna break this thing up. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Shout out to my Patreons, man. If y'all want to make it rain, go and make it rain in the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Upgrade from your Patreon to something else. You know what I mean? Let's turn up. You know, I wish I could do this every night to keep it a buck with you. I mean I don't know if I can. If they talk about coming up with an app that could clone you, I'll be first in line. But until they do that, you know, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know. If it makes sense, it makes sense. You know what I'm talking about? If I had a little team with me, I don't know. I might do that shit. You know? Might do it every night. But it gotta be a production. Not this shit, right? No disrespect to this. It would have to be in $1 million studio because I'm talking about if I do it every night, it's the news, it's a primetime show. We doing documentaries. I'm interviewing geniuses. I'm traveling to different places. I'm reviewing technology. I'm going in with it. I promise you. So, you know, we'll have that conversation at another day. I don't want to get too in front of myself. I want to remain presently present, brother. You know what I'm saying? I want to remain presently present. And right now, we are on this app called Superhuman. Okay? Superhuman, the fastest email experience ever had. Right? Is that right? Give your team superpowers. So for $30, right, you could get started, right? Or, oh, they was like, you know what? For $30, you could get started here too. Boom. You know, great marketing scheme right there. I like that. You know, I have to take it. So, this is an email marketing thing, right? It puts things together. What emails accounts do they support? Basically, all of them. How professionals use Superhuman. The managing director who cut time she spends on email by 30%. So this is a productivity app. Learning keyboard shortcuts with Superhuman. Okay. Follow-up reminders, scheduling messages for later, having the calendar pop up in the sidebar. You know, it's a great assistant helping people with their focus, right? Mindfulness, very important to people that are in the field, juggling big things, big contracts, big business. You know what I'm saying? They got big weight on their shoulders and whatnot. See, everybody doesn't understand that type of reality. They don't, you know, they'll probably never get there. But it's real. I promise you. Crisp. Supercharge your online meetings with voice productivity AI. Crisp improves the productivity of online meetings with its AI-powered voice clarity and meeting assistant, right?
If you're doing online meetings, you have to try Crisp. With the magic of a click, nobody will hear your dogs barking, your washing machine, your crying baby, and any other noise during an online meeting. And you won't hear others' noises too. Crisp is an AI-powered tool that bi-directionally mutes all background noise during conference calls in real time. And guess what? You can use Crisp with any conferencing app. Take your online conferencing to the next level and sound super professional in your calls. Oh, and it's free.
Let me drop that in the Chattington. You know what I mean? She said the magic word. You know what I'm talking about? I'll take that for $1. Okay. So I know jobs that are remote jobs that they're like, yo, they don't want to hear nobody in the background, right? They giving out remote jobs, but they don't want to hear no noise. So that's creating anxiety with mothers who want to get an online job, but your child is being a child. So you going crazy because you want the child to go to sleep. You hitting them with that melatonin and shit just to get a few minutes so you could get on the hamster wheel and, you know, make a sale or two or a call or two. And they got solutions to that. You know, they can make it mad quiet in the crib. I know I'm about to start using that because sometimes my son be going bonkers. Make your meetings 10x more productive. Noti AI is a chat GPT powered meeting assistant that transforms meetings into transcriptions, action items, summaries, and follow-ups in seconds, right? We've been through many apps like this tonight. Okay, so you guys know what that's about, right? And you know that there's briefcases involved in that kind of stuff, and you could get to it, and you could set it up. You could set up multiple funnels to whereas you could get multiple income streams going, right, with that thing right there. Okay. So here's an add-on. People was asking me about my Chat GPT add-on. Here we go with the add-on called Chat GPT Writer, right? Download the free extension, Chat GPT Writer. Let me drop that in the chat, right? All of these apps too, I'll have it in the description when you rewatch this. Just go into the description right there below the video, and you'll have live links for everything that I was talking about. We'll even have it broken up in chapters So you just go to the chapter and click the link for the different tool and do your research. So let's check this out right here. What is this right here? What's Chat GPT Writer? Is that Chat GPT? Free Chrome extension to generate entire emails and messages using Chat GPT AI. All sites are supported and enhanced support for Gmail. Highest quality responses that outcomplete all other tools in the market. Works in Chrome-based browsers such as Chrome, Brave, and Edge. Works on all sites. Works even better on Gmail. Product demonstration is right here. He had generated an entire email using a Chat GPT writer to respond to a recruiter. Let's see. What kind of music is that? All right, y'all seen that, all right? Y'all seen how to use it on all sites. You install the GPT Writer extension. Click on the extension icon right there in your browser. The pop-up will appear. It works on all sites. You know what I mean? And briefly enter what you want to write about and hit generate response. Okay. How to generate email reply. So you have a whole writer in your browser for free, right? You could now go on Fiverr and you could be a writer, okay? I'm definitely not encouraging people to do half-assed things, though. I'm not telling you to go there with zero experience. I'm definitely not telling you to go anywhere to swindle anyone. All I'm telling you is the opportunity awaits those who, you know, certain people won't even dare show up and do no half-ass shit. So I'm hoping that's who we are, you know. I'm hoping that's who we are. But yeah, you know, I'm not talking to no poo butts though. I do roll call, and if this StreamYard had the ability to do roll call, we would know that we are in the building with some professionals of the highest levels. We've shown and proved that on Discord. Shout out to everybody on Discord once again. You know, March Gladness, y'all made this a very powerful march for your brother, and this is one that goes down in the record books. So I'm forever grateful to my Discord family, my Netaverse family, my KT aliens, everyone. You know, we doing big things. Yeah, let's check out Whisper Tools. Okay, this next one is called Whisper Tools, or Whisper Memos for that matter. Let your imagination take over and basically meditate on these apps. Meditate, well, these are tools. Meditate on these magical tools. Record it on your phone, receive it as an email, Quick Thought, Reminder, Daily Journal. Whisper Memos uses the latest AI technology to turn your voice memos into accurate transcripts. There goes your book. There goes your script. There goes your rhymes. There goes you doing something that hasn't been done before. Where's the inventors at? Where are the spoon benders? Right? Where the air benders at? It's y'all world. Star seeds. Do you hear me? I'm calling you guys out. Like it's up to y'all to do the
I can
magic.
take some notes from
Let's go
meeting.
back.
Hey, this is a demo of Whisper Memos. So you can see on my iPhone that I added it to my lock screen. I'll just press the Whisper icon. And the recording starts right now. So I can take a note. I can tell it about my day. I can create a reminder. I can take some notes from meeting. Or maybe I'm reading a book and I want to take some notes on that. I click stop recording. And then my note is uploaded to our servers. It's processed. And the result just shows up. I have it right here in my app. And just a few minutes later, it's delivered to my inbox. So that way I can take it from here and copy to some other app, or just make sure that I don't forget about this. And that's it. Hey, this is a demo of Whisper Memos. So you can see on my iPhone that I added it to my lock screen. I'll just press the Whisper icon. And the recording starts right now. So I can take a note. I can tell it about my day. I can create a reminder. I can take some notes from meeting. Or maybe I'm reading a book and I want to take some notes on that. I click stop recording. And then my note is uploaded to our servers. It's processed. And the result just shows up. I have it right here in my app. And just a few minutes later, it's delivered to my inbox. So that way I can take it from here and copy to some other app, or just make sure that I don't forget about this. And that's it. Hey, this is a demo of Whisper Memos. So you can see on my iPhone that I add.
He's lit. Whisper Memos. Remember the Yin Yang twins said, hey, baby girl, let me whisper in your ear. Now you want Whisper Memos. Check this out. Okay. Automate your meeting notes. Fireflies.ai helps your team record, transcribe, search, and analyze voice conversations. Let me drop that. Ooh, wait. Fireflies. Let me drop that in the chat. We're going to go to another tool. Check this out, y'all. We are reaching the 12 o'clock hour, which is midnight. We just crossed the 2-hour mark on this show. Let me go ahead and switch this up real quick while I talk to y'all. Let me put this here. What y'all want to do? You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do? We are definitely at a place. We at midnight on a Tuesday. It's midnight. It's 2 hours in. You know, we probably at tool number 10 of a 77 clip. You know what I'm talking about? We got that extendo. If I do go on, I definitely, you know, I gotta be encouraged to go on. You know, if it's gonna go past the 2-hour mark, you know, I'm gonna do a little 5-minute break and whatnot, and we're gonna come back. And you said we gonna let's reconvene mañana. Sister Dolores got church. What's tomorrow? See, it's oh man. I don't know, man. My should be my calendar is stacked. My calendar is stacked. You feel me? I gotta make time. I would have to sit down with the team and try to figure this out. You know. But we might have to do 2 parts. Not might have to, we will have to do 2 parts. We are not doing 77 apps right now. You know what I mean? We will do 2 parts. This was a great primer. This was a great primer. This was a good warm-up. A lot was said. A lot was shown. You know what I mean? I don't want to load us up all at once. Let's drip this information. Let's drip it. You know what I mean? Believe you me, it's a big sandwich to bite. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be gluttonous. Yeah, I did show a lot. Let that settle. Let that download. Let that thing do what it's supposed to do. For everybody that got their PDF, their ebook, the whole ebook today, Prompt Master from Prompt Master Flex, Prompt Master 101, you now have a stronger charge to go ahead and to use those prompts and to do what it needs to do. The human is coming tomorrow. Yes, human is pulling up. Human is pulling up. You feel me? Yeah. Was that emailed? It is available inside of the Discord. You can get the PDF inside of the Discord. I'm going to pin it in a room called General, and you could get that. No, I'm going to pin it in the, in the Hustle GPT room. And then you could go ahead and download that. Okay, so anybody that said that they emailed Rich about the Starseed book, if we on Discord, just email me in the back office. Hit me up. I'll handle that. No worries. I will carry that. You feel me? Don't worry about that. Hit me up. I'll take care of all of that. I have people that work with me, and we'll get everything to you that is yours. You have no worries about that. Rich is a very, very busy man that does a lot of things. And, we sent out a lot of emails. Our emails go to spam. That's why we need to use this AI to get our email where it needs to be. A lot of the email goes to spam. A lot of the email, people don't get what they're supposed to get, but it's out there. It's out there. But yeah, hit me up. I got y'all. You know what I mean? I got you. No worries. But this one was powerful. This was beautiful. I really appreciate, y'all feedback. I was reading the chat and everything. It was given. It was definitely given. Let me see. What number are we at? We at 16. We at 16. So we'll be back. Okay, we'll be back. Real quick, before I leave, here are some announcements. Quick commercial. Okay. If you haven't seen this already, this is highly recommended. This is one of the workshops. This is one of the ones. Workshop. I don't want to do the workshop of the year type thing. The year just started. This is one of the if this is what the year is going to be like, then 2023 is going to go down as one of the best years ever. I'm talking about? If this how the year is starting, then 23 is really Jordan, baby. I'm talking about? And AI is really Iverson. How about that? Bombs. So Masters of the Universe, the replay is available This will be on Netflix coming very soon. I don't, Netflix is coming back. KTL University is where we house our stuff right now. That's where the lectures are at. Go and check that out. Right? Go and check that out. Also, this right here, this is another heavy, hard hitter, haymaker. I dropped this one on March the 22nd. This is on the Patreon. All right. Shout out to the page. This is on the Patreon page. Check this out. This is fire. This is about 5 hours, pure metaphysical. This is the epilogue to Masters of the epilogue to Masters of the Universe, and the prologue to American God 6, or rather the monologue. You feel me? And you'll be hearing more about American God 6 as we move along. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the Netaverse. We had a classic episode over there yesterday. A dope meetup on the Netaverse. Welcome to the Netaverse. It's a new year, a new season. So we are going to be over on the Metaverse doing a lot of big things over there on the Netaverse. Shout out to everybody over there. If you don't have your book AI for Star Seeds, go to my Gumroad. I have the link for the Gumroad in the description right now. I have the link for the Gumroad in the description right now. As a matter of fact, we're going to go over right now and visit the Gumroad so you guys could check out my page, because you probably never seen it. But the Gumroad is lit. We got a lot of stuff over there. It's a cyber library. Classics, right? Classics. Brother Red Pill is a conscious content creator, serial entrepreneur, Afrofuturist, visionary, and Renaissance man. Topics of research include artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, prompt engineering, metaphysics, quantum physics, occultism, esoteric knowledge, spirituality, and other schools of knowledge. We compound knowledge on top of knowledge, right? So here's some of the products that we have. Prompt Engineering 101, the workbook. All right. The evolution will be digitized. This is the research paper 2015, just to give y'all some insight on how long we've been doing this technological thing. These are all going to be documentaries. These are mostly the research papers / study guides / PDFs of classical lectures that we've done. And when Netflix is launched, each one of these will serve as documentaries or docuseries that we're going to be fleshing out for the world to see. All right, Strive and Thrive 2021, Quantum Supremacy, Fear of a Black and More Messiah from 2019, American Gods Part 2, The Hip Hopi Prophecies, Blood Moonologues, The Three-Headed Monsters, The War on Poverty, Drugs, and Terror, Facts 2020 in Chicago, MSTA, The Perceived Threat, Fear of a Black and More Messiah in Atlanta, Judas and the Black and More Messiah, How to Strive and Survive in the Post-COVID Economy, The Passion Economy 2020, American God Study Guide, Facts 2020, Food, Art, Clothing, Technology, and Shelter. And we got more, but that's the Gumroad. And the Gumroad is lit, you know what I mean? It's lit. It's there, and everything is not going to be there forever, but it's there now, Oh shit, the Starseed book was blocking the browser. Silly me, my bad. So yeah, here's the page. Here's the Gumroad. Prompt Engineering. That's the Prompt Master Flex book. The hard copy is $44. Plus you got to pay for shipping and handling. The ebook is only $44. The evolution will be digitized. This is a research paper that we did going all the way back to 2015, right? Proof of work, right? Building them on, teaching people about startups, right? The death of the artist, the birth of the creative entrepreneur, 2014, you know, standing on what we standing on now. Binary codes is computing language, right? Doing the research, the real research, right? Machine language is the same thing as binary language. If you play with the quote unquote pennies and whatnot, if you throw cowrie shells, if you do any type of divination, then you're doing computer language. So why don't you know PHP? Why don't you know Python? Why don't you know these languages? But you know the other, but you know, African origins of binary code is right there in Ghana. The European named Ron Eglas, he did the research, high level research, right, with heavy references on the relationship between the binary code in Africa and how the binary code is the basis behind technology as we see it, computing languages. So how dare we say that that's somebody else's stuff when that's us? And it's always been us, and it will always be us, right? We did this in Las Vegas, from black faces to blue faces. This was during the time of the Gucci thing. So this is also being able to tap into a timestamp of what me and Blue been doing for years now, before y'all even knew about us, right? In this community, because if you didn't know about us, you didn't know about this community. But you know, while you was doing you, we was doing us. And this is some of the cyber library. These are some artifacts. These are collectibles. You know what I mean? Like you know, if I gotta tell you, then you don't need it. But it is what it is. Like, and this, of course, is my newest release. I just released this yesterday. You know, I'm talking about Prompt Master Flex. This right here is on Gumroad, you know, and it's fire. You know what I'm talking about? It's fire. It's the truth. You know, it's definitely the truth. But yeah. With that being said, that's my little commercial. You know what I mean? I have my own commercial. And we'll be back. You know what I mean? We'll be back. We'll send the email out with the follow-up to tonight's episode. We will send the email out. So when you get it, I'll see you for part 2. Love and light, peace, and having fun.